Hey friends, hi. It's a long time, guys. I couldn't able to come because of some personal things. I went to my hometown as well, so yeah, there was no proper bandwidth, internet, and all that. So yeah, but yes, I hope you guys are doing great, preparing yourself for the job, or if you're working already, then doing the best in your project and then videos and the live sessions which I have created. It might be helping you. So if you have any question specific to your project, you got some kind of issue that you are not able to figure it out how as a BA or PO how you want to solve that, so you can just put me in the chat. I will talk on that topic. The other part, if you see any question related to the BA skill set, or the job market, that's the topic today. Then you can again, just ping me and then I will talk on that. Yeah. Hey Shubham, thanks for joining. So yeah, today's topic, as I think mentioned in the title as well, the current job market. So yeah, uh, so it's very less, but what I have been observing, is very less job at this moment, and then it will be opening in April, May sometimes. So the after the increment, people will, if they're not happy or they want more increment, so they basically try to switch, and then they get 30%, 40% hike from their current CTC kind of thing. So that's why you see a lot of job, you know they will, the companies will be, you know go for hiring in that period, April, May, June. That's the time. uh, but yeah, although I mean, if the person or the employee is not happy with their current position, the current organization, definitely they will put down the paper any point of time. They will not wait for increment, etc. And then you will be getting those job opportunities as and when someone do that. So but yes, in the majority, in the bulk, you will see in the April, May, okay, kind of thing. Yeah. So the job, what is for the BE or PO? For PO, it is again very straightforward, as we know the roles and responsibilities. And then any service-based or product-based organization, they expect you to be expertise in the Agile Scrum ceremonies, how that. Day-to-day activity as a PO you need to do within your team. um, uh, if the team is facing any challenges, how do you solve them? And then how, basically, suppose a release kind of thing that you have to plan for your project. So the basic thing, and then the requirement, of course, the requirement, gathering from the stakeholders. So these basic things they will expect you as a PO. So that kind of job profile, definitely out in the market, and it's available. It's only the point is whether you are able to get those notification about that job opportunity. Sometimes they go with the consultancy, sometimes they post on the LinkedIn, sometimes they post on the Naukri. So that's where we need to keep on looking all those job websites, and then apply, go to the JD and then apply if it is suiting to your profile. But other side, the BA, or sometimes within the PO role as well, they specific ask about the something tool, uh, like informatica tool, documentation tool. Documentation, not this MS Office and all that, which is something different. Yeah. So they they need, because in their project they need that tool to be work on that project. So that's why they want that one. But otherwise, um, uh, basic understanding of cloud, how you can deploy the service, where to deploy the service, how the QA write and store the test cases, automation test cases, what are the testing framework, and then how different example, if I talk about a normal website you have to build up. So how where the master data will be stored, which technology you will use to develop that front end, React or Angular, okay, and then what kind of API integration. So if you have this basic knowledge, definitely that's what they looking for, okay. Until unless there is a very specific tool area or domain expertise they expect, then I'm also helpless. Sometimes I go and see, but it really is pathetic, I mean, I don't know, I mean, how they are putting that kind of job profile, which is very specific. Uh, it's not like, right, you're hiring a person who will always and forever work for that project. Getting me? uh, if they see, oh, example, they see seeking some money, somebody has worked with Microsoft and maybe or Dynamics or and SAP material management or SAP FICO. So it doesn't mean you will be forever working for that particular domain area, or that organization definitely cannot promise you to keep on that project forever. As long as the project is having with that client, with that customer, they will be engaging you, and then whatever, what about the next, then they will put you on bench or they will fire you because the next project you doesn't have that same skills. So that's very wrong trend by the companies, they look for a specific knowledge area which is suiting to their immediate requirement of that project, but they will not be ensuring after that project what you will be doing in that organization. So if that organization is dealing a different kind of technology, different kind of domain projects, then you will be definitely on the bench, and then you will be waiting, and then after that, definitely you have to go out. So what I want to say, I mean, I don't know how to push these. I mean, our thoughts, our concerns to these IT organization. Like, you should be promoting, you should be hiring a candidate who's having a core skill sets, and then domain knowledge will come in a week or 2 weeks of time. It's not a big challenge, but you doesn't put that as a barrier during your hirings, that is satisfying your immediate project requirement, but you cannot assure to the candidate you will be keep on engaging in the same project forever. No company hire for forever, right? But yes, let's see. Hey Parth, good morning. So as you know, these integration projects are in hot these days, like your Microsoft Dynamics 365, IBM, Sterling. Yeah, do we need to learn these ERP systems, or that's the problem, Perth, I was talking about. You cannot learn all those by your own. You can get some knowledge by seeing the YouTube channels on their website, some demo they might have created videos, etc. But until unless you don't go in deep, you don't really see this open APIs available for the integrations, and then that API purpose is what is providing that API, whether it's going to collect some data from your system, or that API is responsible to push some data to your system, okay. So until unless you really don't get engaged as a project, then you will not be able to, because that information, I think, upfront will not be available across the website of that tool. They will give only high level information, okay. So you should understand as a business analyst what the API does, what the API purpose in an application. If you know that, then it doesn't matter really what which product you have to integrate. It will be very simple. Any XYZ project across the globe, whatever the tools and services available with the different product companies, IBM, you said, as app or Microsoft, anything, okay. You just need to find out what is your requirement, what information you want to get from that system, or what information you want to push from your system to that system. That's it. You just need to define that requirement, and then your developer will figure it out whether that open-ended API is available with that tool or not. And if it is available, they will be. It may be a secure or public API. It's like anybody can come and do that integration, and it will be public data that you can push or collect. Otherwise, it will be a secure connection. Then you will be passing some authentication keys, etc. Okay, so once you define your requirements about the API and the system to which that has to integrate, then it's a developer will figure it out by because they will own the source code of that API, right? And then they will see um, how they can go and integrate, how they can go and authenticate, what data parameters they need to provide to for exchanging the data information between these two different systems. So that's my opinion. I stick to this opinion because I'm really not satisfied, or you can say convinced, by having these all different tools knowledge, until unless you're not working dedicatedly in that company itself. Example, if you are going to work as a BA or PO in IBM, then definitely you, if you having the knowledge of that tool, IBM tool, it will be giving to benefit. They will hire you, you will be forever working for that kind of projects within IBM. It's a same example for SAP, same example for Microsoft or anything else across this kind of product, Oracle, etc. Oracle Cloud or Amazon Cloud, Google Cloud Services, Microsoft Cloud Services, etc. But otherwise, it doesn't make sense. Seriously, I'm telling you. If you're going to work for a service-based organization, which is they deal with multiple technologies, and then if you are very specific to one product knowledge, it might help you to that immediate requirement, but how you will survive to other projects then? Because in the service based organization, they will not get the project forever. It will be 1 year tenure, 2 years tenure, and then it's going to expire that project purchase order, and then what do you next then? Okay, that's why keep brushing up your core skills. It then that will allow you to fit anywhere. Okay, any project. Shubham, what company expect from freshers 0 to 2 years experience as a BA? Okay, good communication skills, presentation skills, polite behavior that you can establish a good connectivity with your stakeholders, you know, how to talk, how to write in emails, okay, and then the core competencies of a BA, requirement gathering techniques, then diagrams, I mean the workflow, the BPMNs, the use case diagram, the UML diagram we call, right, activity diagram, etc. If they need, otherwise use case diagram and cross functional diagram, workflow diagram are enough. Okay, sometimes you need to have the sequence diagram also. So and then Microsoft Office products, PPT, Office, Excel sheets, okay, Microsoft SharePoint, okay, and then Confluence, Jira, some these kind of tool, Confluence, Jira, Rally. So these are the project management tool, right? So if you have these things, I think that's good. So if they're still looking for some technical expertise like SQL or something, then frankly, I mean, at least I have been never, last 16, 18 years, I have been never got in the situation where it is blocked for because I don't, and I cannot write a very good or huge SQL scripts. The project is in block stage. I'm a blocker. No, it never happened. There are dedicated DBAs or dedicated developers who own that back end thing. You are not owning anything except the requirements. So you should be knowing the requirements. You should not be writing those queries. Why you will write the queries? Okay, to verify the system is working fine through backend. Why do you need? You will be having a front end, right? And then you can pass the parameter save button, and then it is getting saved successfully. You see the success message, it means it is working fine. Or you are pulling up some information or report, then it means that the data which is stored in your database tables, it is coming out. it is getting fetched with your queries. So the queries are written right. Okay, that's why it is fetching you the current data. So you made one transaction, you expect to see that transaction details in your report, right? And when you fetch that report, it means, and you are getting the same information in your report which you have entered during the transaction. It means the data are getting stored in the corresponding tables properly, and while you're retrieving this data, it is sending back those information in the form of report, and it is having exact information that you have entered. It means it's all fine, right? So that's why we should be having we should be taking that approach which is feasible, which is easy, rather than you're spending a lot of time in the learning the SQL, and then writing the checking the information correctness tables information through backend. Just focus for the requirement, boss. You are the BA or PO, not a DVA. So perhaps you should be focusing on collecting the requirement from the client, you know, putting the right information acceptance criteria, detailed acceptance, that will help your development team, right? And then do some refinements, which stories no not making sense now, it was making sense earlier but not now. After 2 months or 3 months down the line, delete that, add new requirements. That's how your duty. You should be keep your team busy. That's your objective. Busy means you should be having enough backlog that can engage your team properly throughout the iteration and then upcoming iteration as well. That's your objective, that's your job. Okay, if you have time, if you are extraordinary person, you can have multiple tools knowledge, go and learn the SQL. Sometimes the companies are putting that very strict, they need SQL. I don't know what they will do with that. Either they don't have a DB, either the developers they have that doesn't know the SQL backend, and they're expecting you to perform those scripts and then testing, etc., and then they don't have a testers also. It means then you can think what kind of company is that, right? Okay, so if they are having all right roles in the project, uh, you surely doesn't need, until unless it is a kind of organization of a project like which is dealing data, only data. There is no front end, it's only back end, and then it's data they are dealing with. The companies like Amazon, Uber, Flipkart, Swiggy, these all always playing with the data. Okay, what is the peak time where the maximum order came? What kind of foods the maximum which customers are planning it from which area? Okay, what category, what food category, what non-veg, veg, within veg, what is that, within non-veg, what is that? So a lot of data you have to play so that you can come up with that kind of statistics that will help your organization to grow and understand the real business, the ground business, how it is performing. Okay, so that kind of that organization, that definitely you need to understand the database queries, so that you can pull up that data and then generate the matrix out of that data. Okay. Uh, Shubham, okay. Second question, can you please suggest certification BU? I will suggest to go for the safe POPM certification, Shubham, and everybody. Okay, that will give you extensive information regarding the PO roles and responsibilities. Always, as well, it will give you the glimpse of the product manager information as well. It will give you the clear difference between the PO and PM. Uh, when I say PM, it's not project manager; it's a product manager. Okay, in safe agile world. Okay, so so knowing those things, it will help you in the interview, or if you're in the project, it will help you to run that project nicely. Okay. The third question, is there any experience required for PO to enter in the company? No, not as it is. If you are able to answer those PO related questions, roles and responsibilities, if you have that PSA POPM certification, that's it. I think you should be able to convey like you know your subject. That's the confidence you have to show, right? Shubham, another question you put, as a fresher, how I can enhance BRD FRD stakeholder analysis skills? Okay, so what I say, go pick up the case studies. First of all, understand what is the BRD FRD, what is mean for, what kind of information we keep in there, from where we collect that information. These documents we create which phase of life cycle, project life cycle, to whom we need to consult, to whom we need to take approval, sign off, etc., and how you convey that BRD FRD requirements to your development team so that they can go and start the implementation. So as long as you understand these things, I think it's good. Otherwise, you have to learn. Uh, Stakeholder analysis. I told right how you do that. We have a separate video already. Okay, so yeah, you have to put those efforts, Shubham. Okay. Um, what I can, if you have any further queries, I can respond. Otherwise, you have to learn. Go to the videos. I think I have already created those videos. Shubham, another question: how can I prepare for interview which is regarding Scrum on Jira? So that video also there, Shubham. If you haven't got chance, go through my previous videos which I have posted on this channel. I have tried provide every minute information there. Okay, if you go through and understand, practice that, you will be able to answer all those questions related to the uh, Jira and Scrum. And Scrum means daily Scrum ceremonies. As a PO, what you do in that ceremonies, what's your role in the ceremonies, etc., etc. Okay. Hey Harsh, thanks for joining. Harsh is asking, do you use Chat GPT to make BRDFRD? No, I don't use. Sometimes we cannot. So the companies will restrict you to use any such tools, which will have a chance to leak the sensitive information related to their project to these tools. So they will not allow such tools to integrate with your system. First of all, it will not allow you to install that tool. Okay. So nowadays companies are very strict about their data. You cannot copy, you cannot upload anywhere. It will be just on their cloud, and then it is very restricted. If you do this such kind of, suppose you want to copy the data, you want to use such kind of tool to rephrase your document, or you take a help of writing the requirement, I don't think so it's a good thing. Okay. uh, their sensitive information that they are planning to implement in their application might be exposed to these tools, which they definitely they don't want to do that. uh, Having knowledge, have the knowledge. If such companies allows, any company, do that, use that as much technology can be used. But I think writing by your own, that's what we are for. Okay. See, if I have to make 10 times my own signature, I'm failing to do that because we are not habituated now with writing. Similarly, if you don't have a habit of writing or typing on your laptop or something, creation of a document, definitely you will fail to write a good email as well, because you will be losing your habit of writing a good sentences. So don't give everything to the technology, right? Use the technology for your help. Don't make your dependency with the technology. Okay. So I will say, okay, Chat GPT, give me phrase for some example, ATM machine withdraw. So it will go and search and it will give you something. Okay. But doesn't see the visualization power, that analysis power, that you should be putting that effort. You're just putting that to do by the Chat GPT. You are you're taking a help of Chat GPT. What does this mean here? You cannot be having so much dependency. It's like you are doing a cheating in the exam. We having the scientific calculators, and then it is restricted in some of the competition exams. So during your academics, you have taken that advantage. It was allowed because that kind of calculation we have to do in the graduation, BTech and all that. But later in any exam, if it is ethical, then why it is not allowed in any competitive examination? Tell me. Okay. Because it's not, it's ethical. You should be having that calculation power in your mind. You should be able to do that calculation. Okay. Hope been understood. But yes, this is my opinion, guys. Okay, if you see, if you differ from this, then definitely you can proceed in your way. Okay, Shubham, what's your next question, sir? From where we can do safe certification? So safe, you just let me figure it out. So safe is a international, organization, Safe Institute. Uh, Let me browse here. I don't know why this Edge doesn't give. So Google search, is perfect rather than any other search. So safe certification, right? Safe Institute knowledge. Don't go with any this one, right? Scaled Agile. See, this is the Scaled Agile website. So Scaled Agile is a organization which provide this certification and then learnings as well. So you can have those learning sessions with them. Sometimes, if it is done by your organization, they organize the in-person trainings. In-person means online trainings for your company employees. Then you can participate in that. Otherwise, you can enroll for those trainings, because in order to do that certification, you have to have this learning hours mark in that website. So you have to create an account, and then you have to have the trainings working hours entered on that your profile or on that website. And it can be done only by the safe practitioners, uh, who is basically safe trainers, certified trainers, from the Scaled Agile. So there are some, there could be third party organizations who take that liberty to give the training, because they are already certified, safe certified trainers. Or from safe itself also you can be having the trainers. Okay, so either of you should be having, and then you will be having the workbook that you have to do some practices, learnings, and then you can write the exam. It cost I think $100 or $200 something. Yeah. Yeah, little 100 $200. Go to that website, it will give you the information I've mentioned in the chat. Can you explain the process of exam and how? Okay, the same thing I explained, I think. Yeah. Okay, so you have to first get trained from one of the certified trainer, and then your training hours will be logged against your profile on the website. And then next step, you will be doing some practices and all that. It will enable you some practices, and then you will be writing the exam. Exam will be online, and then passing mark will be 75% 80% something, I think. Yeah. So that website I mentioned, right, it is having all those information. Go ahead and do that. In the current market, it will give you better leverage than compared to the IIBA certifications. IIBA certification, the traditional BAs, how it works today. It is not basically helping you in this kind of project running, right? The safe and agile. You might be a certified business analyst, CBAP or something from the IABA, but if you don't know the agile scrum process, it will be hard to get the job. If they're looking for you, or you should be well versed with that process, the methodology, right? Yeah. So guys, I think I'm having some back pain, guys. Okay, so let's meet you tomorrow as well. Put the questions in the chat. Not this chat. You can go and put in the on my the YouTube channel also. Comment, and then we will connect tomorrow as well, and then we will talk something. Okay. Please put your questions, guys. Okay. 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 Thank you, guys, and keep learning. Have a nice Saturday, and then coming up the Sunday. Okay, we'll meet again. So last question, many BA suggestions to go for BI HANA. That's what I mean. Business, you know, BI means business intelligence, business analytics. So HANA doesn't need. Yeah, no. Why you need HANA? No, that's what I'm saying. If you go with the HANA, then you will be restricted to that project only. Okay, let's talk on this topic tomorrow. The BI and other BA certifications that are available, and then whether you should be doing or not. Okay, we'll talk tomorrow on that topic. Okay, okay, guys. Thank you very much. Have a nice day. Thank you.